Go over there, Jay.
What the fuck is this? Guys, let's make it cozy and intimate and bring it in. Y'all in the back, maybe come forward. Big table here. Let's bring it tight, like a little campfire. Everybody come on in close. How about this jacket to be a pompous, kind of a pompous ass to people, not just to be a comic with a sports coat, because I don't fucking respect that. I was at a Starbucks earlier, and I just wanted to take advantage of the fact that I'm smarter than most people, and I heard two girls talking about how good Footloose was going to be. So I just leaned in and said, the book is much better than the movie. They felt kind of stupid for not having read Footloose the book, and I felt pretty good that they felt stupid for thinking that there is Footloose the book. Fucking whores. I was driving home from work today and I was thinking, if I have a retarded son, I'm probably going to name him Doug, or Troy, or Randy, or Gary. And if I have 4, I'll name the 5th one Toby. And then I thought, if I have a retarded daughter, I'll probably just kill her. Those fucking eyes are horrible to look at. Retarded girls. You were fucking right about a couple of things, China. Just a couple, don't get cocky. Just a couple. American workers don't lose that many fingers. I took a girl out to this, like a pretty nice dinner a few weeks ago. I went to Melise, which is one of 3 2-star Michelin restaurants in Los Angeles. It's very good. And after dinner, I was looking at my shit after, I just look at it. There's little curves in it, and I wonder if it's different meals here. It's like, was that there's a crack there. I wonder if that was those Ritz crackers. Those raspberries I had. And I was just looking at my shit after this dinner. I was like, man, you don't fucking look like $400 now. And the next day, I'm at dinner alone. Made a nice black bean soup for myself. Minced some onions, a little cilantro. Later, as I pleasured myself alone, paused for a moment as I looked at the congealing crescent-shaped semen on my hand and thought, just saved $400. This is on me set list. If there's an afterlife where people check names and deeds you did, there's going to be some hippie-looking bastard just pointing at my set list where it says tard names going. Really? Sure. It's funny when you meet girls, questions come up, like, or if you fuck guys, it comes up when you're meeting a guy that you're going to later fuck. But there's always that thing about pets that comes up. People have these weird pet preferences. Or, I'm a cat person. I just like something that I can pour a big fucking pile of feed in the floor and just flush cat litter. That appeals to people. And then there are those people who are dog people. It's always funny to me when I meet a girl who says, I'm a dog person. Because what that tells me is you dislike cats because they won't listen to your incessant bitching. And you love dogs because it's like having a boyfriend that can't shit or eat without your permission. That was nice of you. I was, in this fucking economy, Jesus, people will lie to you about the jobs they are offering just to get you there and think, well, this guy, maybe he just won't care. So I was contacted by a company. What was my State Farm? Some of you may be insured by them, and they wanted to interview me, Bob Schriner, for a operations manager position, and it was lofty, paid a fucking lot, which I liked. So I suited up. Not this casual suit where I make whores in Starbucks feel stupid for not having read Starbucks book, but a black coat. And I go down, and it turns out there's no operations manager job. They're just trying to recruit me to be a fucking insurance agent. Which, if none of you know about this, you don't make any money until you make all your friends buy insurance from you. Sort of a fucking racket. So, whatever. I was looking for an easy out in the interview, and this man had the fucking nerve looking at my resume and saying, "Well, I like your resume, but let me ask you a question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" And I thought, the fucking nerve of you to lie to me to get me here and ask me where I'm going to be in 5 years. Fuck you! But instead, I wanted to keep it diplomatic, so I just said, well, Glenn, that's a great question, and I'm glad you asked it. With the overview of your company and the research that I've done, I think it's a plausible goal in the first quarter for me to be using your ass as a pussy. Sink. Ass is a pussy, mouth is a sink. It's okay. The home version of this is going to have subtitles. You can just fucking read it with the mute on. Just get massage. That's going to be nice. Please. God, I don't know about you. I just fucking don't believe there's any such thing as a wrong number. I used to live in Phoenix, and I kept my old phone number. So whenever I see someone call from the old area code, I pick it up, just thinking, it might be an old friend, it might be a doctor calling to say, fucking dad's dead. You never know. So I just answer that area code. Anything else? No name, don't answer. But there's a woman who calls me about every 3 or 4 months. And, obviously my number's similar to her friend. And sorry for making this a prop joke, but I'm going to put the phone in on this one. So, yeah, someone had to say it. So my phone will ring and I'll look, 480 something something, I don't know, but I'll answer because maybe my dad's dead. Hello? The voice says, Linda? In a very questioning tone, and I will say, yes. Is the voice ever confused? Not wanting to maybe admit that it made a mistake? What are you doing? I think it's pretty obvious what I'm doing. Just driving in my car and shaving my balls. Shaving my balls. Shaving my balls until they're as smooth as a baby's neck. And you? I don't think this is Linda. But she calls me every 3 months, and that's kind of the thing we do. I like it. Ever go to those restaurants that people don't have them anymore? Now you get a stupid coaster with lights on it, but in the old days, when you'd go to a fucking crowded restaurant, you had to put your name on a list, and someone with a microphone, a little shittier than this one, would call your fucking name, and you'd get excited because everyone thought you were popular, hearing your name, and then you would go eat some breaded shrimp. But a few of those still exist in Los Angeles, and if you happen upon them, if you patronize such establishments with a shitty speaker calling out your name, when you go up and tell them you're there for dinner, tell them your name is Par, which you will invariably be asked to spell. P-A-R. P-A-R. Hey, I'm fucking talking now.
No, don't fucking tell me to shut the fuck up. You are not guilty.
It's okay, it's your mom. Keep going.
Call the cops. That's not fucking happening. Period. I'm not taking anybody's fucking side. You're not fucking
intermission.
I think I'll put the cops on speakerphone.
No, that's okay. Billy, tell him about fucking
I'll prank call 911. So anyways, if you're at this fucking restaurant when they call your table, it's going to sound like the waitress has a speech impediment, because she's going to say, party for your table. And you're going to probably eat a fucking condom in your own fried beans, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Jesus, what's with the fucking...
They're Irish. They're loving each other.
Pop, how are you for?
Thank you, my friend.
It's New Hampshire in the summer. It's okay. Hey now.
Has anyone here, just maybe a show of hands or tattoos, anyone here been to jail?
Yeah.
Prison, this jail. Wow, good jail turnout. I like it. I like it. I normally, when I talk to people, I feel like not enough people I know have been to jail, and you guys can relate. But there's a certain threshold of life that you've experienced if you've done a couple stayovers in a municipal youth hostel, and it's, you know, you were just getting what you wanted or needed, or just articulating your passion. And I feel like people that haven't been there haven't seen a certain comedy that we share. But regrettably, we maybe didn't have our friends along to share the laughter for. In one such instance, when I was briefly adjudicated by the Maricopa County Department of Corrections, I was in a room about as big as this fucking area with about 30 other guys. One of them with no shirt and no shoes, pacing frantically. About 4 in the morning, the guy lunged at the bulletproof glass like a dog that didn't understand the concept of a Arcadia door. Lunges at the glass. And the detention officer stops and kind of turns. Not everybody tries to break the glass with their face. And as the guy turns around, this gentleman goes,
Hey man! Where's the motherfucking flapjacks in this bitch?
and I knew at that moment, one of the funniest fucking things I would ever see. And I'm looking around, and he's like, you all fucking saw, Jesus, you all fucking saw that. And you won't value this like I do. So, I guess the grand takeaway is, take a friend to jail. Don't be such fucking pussies. And thanks for coming out and hanging out with me and enduring some of my nonsense. That's it. Good night. Thank you.